2025 is upon us, and although we did the best we could do to live our best year in 2024, there were a few good habits that were left out, which I'll be speaking about in this video that we need to take upon so that we have an even better year. The first one is having a morning routine. Whatever time you're supposed to wake up at, let's say you're supposed to wake up at 7, try and wake up at 6:40 or 6:45. Now, what this does is it gives you an extra 15-20 minute window wherein you're kind of relaxed, you're not rushing about things, you have a clear head. And when you have a clear head, there are so many good things that you can think about. You can think about how you're gonna go through the day, what you're going to do, how you're going to manage your entire day, how you're going to manage your work. In those extra 15-20 minutes, you can also meditate or do yoga, because these things seem to always help. So when you try and do all of these things, it makes your morning better, and you overall have a very good day instead of just waking up late. Because when you're waking up late, let's say you're supposed to wake up at 7 and you're waking up at 7:15, those extra 15 minutes that you're sleeping are going to do no good to your body. In fact, you're constantly going to be worried now that, oh, I'm going to have to rush, I won't have time to eat my breakfast because I have to rush to office or whatever that is. So instead of sleeping 15 minutes extra, try and sleep 15 minutes less, because this is going to give you much more leverage, it's going to give you much more time, and you'll overall have a very good day. And when you start a day well, you're overall going to have a good day. The second one is time management. Yes, we can complain as much as we want about, I do not get time, I wish I could get more time to do this or have a hobby. Trust me, you always have time. It's all about how you manage your day. It's always about how you manage your time. These days, there are so many apps that you can use to track your days. In my opinion, you should be tracking your hour, because when you track your hour, your day, your week, your month, you tend to not waste much of your time. Also, you're constantly, guilty about wasting time, because when you're not tracking your hours, you don't know where your time is going, right? But when you're tracking your hours, you constantly know, oh, this is where I'm wasting my time. This is something that I could have avoided so that I do not waste time. This is something that I could have done in that remaining time, but I chose not to. So when you track your time, you hold yourself responsible for a lot of things. Also, you need to be prioritizing the most important tasks, because when you finish your most important task, you kind of feel more confident. And then once you have that sense of confidence, you start to finish even more tasks. You can try and follow the 80-20 rule to get a hang of this, because the 80-20 rule always seems to help. Secondly, you also need to block some time for deep work. The 30 minutes or 1 hour that you block each day for deep work, in that 1 hour, you have no idea the number of things you can accomplish compared to the other time. Because now you know that these 30 minutes, I cannot waste time, I cannot think about anything else, I have to dedicate them. And when you do that, you start growing in life. The third one is learning something daily. You're never going to be full of knowledge. There's always something to learn. Dedicating 30 minutes to 1 hour each day to learning something new, be it a new skill, be it a new language, is always going to be good in the long run. It's going to be good for you professionally. Let's say you're learning Japanese and you go to Japan, and you can communicate with a few people in Japan. So learning a new language is not going to be a waste. Now, it's not just because I'm going to Japan that I'm going to learn Japanese. It's just, it helps. So why not learn a new language? It's something new that you're learning, right? It's not something bad. So might as well know something good than knowing nothing at all. Also, in those 30 minutes to 1 hour, when I talk about learning something, it can be geopolitics, it can be history, it can be a new skill, it can be so many new things. There's so much happening around that you'll never be full of it. You have to learn something. You constantly have to keep growing. And the only way this is going to be possible is if you're learning something constantly. So never stop learning, and dedicate 30 minutes to 1 hour each day to learn something new. The fourth one is having a healthy lifestyle. We all know the advantages of having a good body, having good physical health, but a healthy lifestyle is not just restricted to physical well-being. It's also about mental well-being. You have to be good in the head. You have to be healthy in the head. And this is only possible when you eat healthy and you think healthy. Please do not just focus on eating healthy, it's also thinking healthy. When you do both of these things, your overall health tends to be much better. And there are a few things that you can do for both of these, like things that can help your mental as well as physical health. You have to sleep for 7 to 8 hours each day, no matter what happens. This tends to give you more peace. It tends to calm down. It tends to calm your nerves down. You're properly rested. And when your body is properly rested, when your mind is properly rested, you seem to perform much better. So why not? Secondly, be hydrated. Drink good amount of water. This keeps your body well. You start feeling healthy. You do not overeat when you're consuming enough water, because you're kind of full all the time. And yeah, when I talk about working out, I think working out 5 times a week for 30 minutes to 1 hour is good enough. And it's not just about that. You need to eat healthy as well, so your overall health is good. Now, the fifth one is building relationships and nurturing the old ones. When I talk about building relationships, it's about networking, It's about talking to new people, because when you're exchanging ideas, when you're talking to these new people, you're exchanging ideas. When you're exchanging ideas, there are new things that you're learning about. There are endless possibilities that you know about. There are so many ideas that are unique to each individual. Like, you might have a few ideas that no other human being can have, so they are unique to you. The same way the other individuals are having certain ideas that you might never have. So when you talk to them, you're exchanging ideas, you learn more, and when you learn more, you grow more. So you should network with these people. This helps you even if you have a career perspective and your overall life is good. And when I talk about nurturing relationships, it's always about, I wish I could spend more time with my family, I wish I could spend more time with my friends. No, you always have time. You have to make sure that you have some time remaining so that you can talk to your parents each day. You can talk to people who give you happiness, be it your friends, be it your girlfriend, and even your wife. Because these days people are married and they're staying together, but they do not get enough time to talk to each other. Like, where is the communication? When you're staying with your wife or when you're staying with your parents, you should be communicating with them. Even if there are certain friends of yours who give you happiness, or anyone who gives you happiness, who helps you clear your mind, who helps you calm down, these are the relationships you're supposed to nurture. And how are you going to do that? You're going to have to talk to them. You have to communicate regularly. You have to exchange ideas with them. Only then it's possible. The sixth one is mindset and mental health. Yes, we tend to focus a lot on physical health, but there's not many people who talk about mental health. Mental health for guys is something that we do not take very seriously. We just think, oh, it's fine, I'm happy all the time, or even if I'm depressed, what's the problem? No, that is a problem. As I spoke about in an earlier point, your mental well-being is not just physical, it's also about how well you're good in your head. So you have to make sure you feed positive things to your mind. You constantly have to think about the good. I do understand we stay in an environment where most things are negative than positive, but you have to find the good in everything. I know it's easier said than done, and at times I've struggled with that too, but you always have to find the good in things, and the faster you learn to do that, it's going to be better for you. Also, look at what you can do than what you could have done. Like, dwelling on the past is never going to be helpful, and that kind of messes you up in the head. So think about what I can do now. Live in the present than in the past or in the future. The seventh one is building financial discipline. Like, you have to be disciplined. Like, whatever money you're making, you have to track your expenses. You need to know where your money is going. No matter how much money you're making, you can be making a lot more money than most people are, but at the same time, you need to be tracking your expenses. And when you stick to a budget, you save more. Whatever money you make, you also need to invest it so that it grows. Your money needs to grow the same way you grow in life. So make sure whatever money you're making is always being invested. Always use money to enhance your skills. There are so many courses online, and when you can take up a few courses and learn about, you will start progressing better. You will start growing faster. This helps your financial aspect in life. So these are a few good habits that you can take upon in 2025 so that you live a happier and a healthy lifestyle. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe, and check out this video.